Hello dog lovers, Leah Will here. And today we're not going to do desk discussions, we're going to actually start working with some dogs. So for this week we're going to talk about look, which is eye contact on command. So you're getting a dog to look at you and give you eye contact when you ask for it. So I do this with every dog that comes through my house, every foster, client dog. We work on eye contact on command because it brings the dog back to you. It offers them to check in. They get used to going, oh, hey, maybe I should ask my handler what I'm supposed to be doing. It also gets them comfortable and more confident when people make eye contact, because we make eye contact with each other and we make eye contact with dogs. Dogs to other dogs, eye contact can cause confrontation. A lot of times it leads into hard stares that can lead into aggressive stances, etc. So we want our dogs to be comfortable with people looking at them and making eye contact. We also would like our dogs to check in with us if they're not sure what they're supposed to be doing. So we're going to start off. I have Roland here, and I actually picked him up from the Elegant Animal Shelter today, and he's with me for a couple days just to get a break from the shelter and kind of a little more eval of what's going on with him. So we're going to start by teaching him eye contact on command. Now so far, with just me handling him, if I have food, food is very high value for him, so that's what we're going to use. We're going to use treats. And he will look at the food and kind of, stare, drool, that kind of thing. So it's going to be very easy for us to work that into an eye contact because he already is staring at the food that I have. So remember, we're going to prompt it. I'm going to prompt it so I get eye contact up here. And then, yeah, I see it. Don't bump the container. Get eye contact up here. As soon as he looks up, we're going to use our mark word. So I'm going to say yes, and then he's going to get a treat. So with that, that's where we're going to start. And then we're going to work moving our treat a little bit away from our eyes so he learns that we want eye contact and not treat contact. So not looking at the treat, but actually looking at eyes for us. So I'm going to back away from the camera here so you can see both of us. And we're going to kind of start on that and see how he does. I also always put dogs on leash when I start so that if they do get distracted and want to wander off, nope, sorry, you're stuck to me, we're working right now. So if he sticks with me, I won't necessarily pick up the leash, but if he doesn't, then I may pick up the leash to kind of help him focus. You ready? Come here. Yeah. Can you look? Yes. Good boy. Yes. Good boy. Yes, good boy. Okay. Look. Yes, good boy. Look. Yes, good boy. Look. Yes, good boy. Look. Nope. Look. Yes, good boy. Look. Yes, good boy. Look. Yes, good boy. Look. Yes, good boy. Okay. Off. All right, so you got to look at Roland, who we were just introducing eye contact to, and using our treat as a prompt, putting it up in front of our nose, and then when he would look up at the treat by our eyes, we would mark it with our correct response word, yes, and then boom, follow through with your treat. So we're doing that several times, and then we also had moved it to the side a little bit. And then that way we could get him instead of, because he's going to look at the treat because he thinks that's what's getting the reward. So he's going to start there. And then we worked where, okay, so you stare at the treat, it's not coming, it's not coming. And then check back with me and yep, eye contact, boom, you get it. Now, with Roland, the first time he tried to jump up to get the treat, which is not uncommon for super treat motivated dogs. So, that gives you kind of an idea of how to start with your dog, and then I'm going to show you kind of how to phase it out with a dog that already knows eye contact. So using one of mine, I'm going to use Ranger, and you'll probably see him quite a bit because he goes with me everywhere, so he knows most of the things we do. But anyway, we're gonna step back and do some stuff with him so you can kind of see how to phase your prompt out so you're not showing the treat, but you're still getting the eye contact. Ready? Come on. Make sure that they can see you. Sit. Yes, good boy. All right, can you look? So you hold it up? Yes, good boy. Look, Ranger, look. Yes, good boy. Look. Yes, good boy. Look. Yes, good boy. Yes, good boy. Good job, good job. Okay. All right, so let's recap. We had Roland, who was unfamiliar with eye contact on command, and then we had Ranger, who uses it all the time and is very familiar with the cue look to give eye contact to the handler. So this gives you a little bit of an idea of early training sequences versus eventual goal. So in the beginning, we were using our treat for Roland, holding it in front of our eyes so that the dog would be prompted or lured to look up and give us eye contact, or at least look at the treat in the vicinity of our eyes. And then we would mark that behavior, you know, with your yes or your correct response word, and then you give them the treat to reward that follow through. So we started out there with Roland, and you know, he's looking, yes, and you're giving it. And then you got to take a look at Ranger, who is already looking. So the first one I put up, you know, and cued the look and followed through, just to kind of show you, you know, yep, you can do it with every dog. But he knows it, so then you got to see me hold them at chest level and still cue the look, and he would look up, and then I would mark it with my yes and follow through with treat reward. With the last sequence, you got to see I held my hand out to the side. Now in that one, I did not cue it. I actually just wanted him to give me eye contact. I transitioned the look cue into automatic check-ins. So I get it on cue, but also I get my dog accustomed to checking in with me. And so I will reward a lot of times voluntary eye contact. So if the dog gives it to me, but I didn't ask for it, but I would like it during that time in the training sequence, then I will still mark it and still treat. So I hope that you find this video helpful. And next week we will work on probably muzzle conditioning. We'll see what we can do with that. So thanks so much, and don't forget to subscribe.